Everyone says it'll never happen to me until it does. Something that's so scary and so dangerous, and so many parents and youth are trying to run away from this thing. Yet unfortunately, on the other hand, we have a lot of youth that are delving into this big problem. And this week, we have a great Ask Younes question, in which a young brother came and asked me for some advice about his friends who have now started to smoke weed and drink alcohol and even take things to another level. Just to let everyone know, I did give the brother advice privately before uploading the video because it is a very serious matter. I didn't want him to wait for the video to be uploaded, but I also asked for permission to make a video about it because I know a lot of other people deal with this issue and it's something that we have to talk about. So before we begin the video, please remember to subscribe. You can click the red subscribe button below. Jazakumullahu khair.
كتاب الله دستوري وخير الخلق أسوتنا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope everyone is doing well, inshallah. So let's get straight into the question. The question is, my friends have started to smoke weed and I don't know what to do. Can you please give me some advice? So the first thing I'll begin with is the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in which he says, Al-mar'u ala dini khalilih. So he says that a person is on the religion of his friends. And he also gives advice to watch out for who you befriend, because they will pull you in their direction. The second thing I will say is that although we know for sure there's halal and haram involved here, I mean drugs are haram, there is no ifs, ands or buts about it. Smoking weed, drinking alcohol, these are things that are forbidden in Islam. And they are forbidden for obvious reasons. The first one being that they're actually very harmful for the body. Another obvious reason is that they keep you away from the prayer, they keep you away from Allah Azza wa Jal. So there's no doubt that these things are wrong, they are haram, they are forbidden, we should not be doing them. And at the same time, even if you yourself are not doing them, you should not be around people that are smoking weed or drinking alcohol. Now, what about being around these people when they're not doing the act? That's where there's a gray area. And this is where I'm gonna try to give my advice. The biggest thing goes down to protecting yourself. Yes, I know these people are your friends. And there is a human aspect to this. At the end of the day, you care about these people. You may have known these people for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. You could have grew up with these people. And it's very tough to let a friend go, especially someone that you grew up with. But there comes a time where friendship has to be pushed aside and you have to ask yourself, is this person good for my life and my hereafter, or is this person going to destroy my life and destroy my hereafter? And sometimes it's even a family member. But because of the danger of these drugs and getting into these habits, you sometimes have to make a tough decision, especially if you feel like you're going to be pulled and pressured into trying it one time. Because you know what, it only takes one puff, it only takes one drink, and if you enjoy that experience and if you have fun doing it the first time, you're gonna want to do it a second time and a third time, and eventually you're gonna get addicted. And once you become addicted, you're gonna be begging to find someone to help you to stop, and you won't be able to control yourself. Very, very few people that I know that got into these habits and were able to get out. In fact, 99.9% of the people I know that have tried these things ended up getting stuck for a very, very, very long time. Some of them even have families now and they're still struggling with these addictions. So that's the most important thing to remember, that these things are haram and you can't risk having these actions affect you and your family for the rest of your life. It also affects your relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal, as I mentioned earlier. So what do? Do we just leave our friends in the dust, in the darkness, just let them destroy their life and we go live our own life? Not exactly. If you yourself can offer some kind of support or offer guidance in a proper way to try to help them, then do so. Try your best to remind them. Tell them, hey guys, what are you guys doing? This isn't right. This isn't halal. You guys aren't like this. I know you guys are better than this. Let's try to stop doing these shameful things. And look at the response. If anyone truly wants to listen to you and they truly try to take your advice, then keep working with them. If you feel like your advice is being rejected right away, and you feel like they keep trying to pressure you, or you yourself, even if they're not pressuring you to join them, but if you yourself feel interested in wanting to try these habits, then you have to protect yourself first and foremost, no matter who these people are. Nobody is worth ruining your life and ruining your afterlife for a very small and short-lived pleasure. Nobody. So you have to kind of draw the line. you have to know to protect yourself, and the only way to do this is to distance yourself from these people. There's one thing I always live by, and it's actually a teaching of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and that is having good company is better than having no company, and having no company is better than having bad company. Even if you're gonna be a loner with no friends and no one to hang out with, it's better to be that person than to be the one that's always around the drug dealers and those that drink and go party and do all those bad things. Because at the end of the day, even if you are innocent, even if you are not those things, those types of people, the people around you, they're gonna see you with that crowd and they're gonna automatically label you as part of them. And eventually, the shaitan, Satan, will get his way with you and you will try it. So you have to first and foremost protect yourself by avoiding these people. And the best way to do this, because it's very tough to be alone, it's very tough to not have any friends, we're very social people, try to make better friends. Okay, and if you can't make better friends at school or at your workplace, then start with your family and your cousins. If you can't find anyone there, then go to the masjid. The mosque is the best place to make new friends. Find someone that you see going there regularly, introduce yourself, get to know them, and slowly build that friendship, build that relationship, until eventually you have a whole crowd of friends that go to the mosque and remind you of Allah Azza wa Jal and keep you on the right path, and you have completely left those other people that were trying to do really bad things with their life, trying to influence you to go towards the haram and really trying to ruin your life. Now, in regards to those other friends, we still have a right and a responsibility towards them, and we have to make sure that we try our best to save them and help them. So if you can't do it yourself, if you've tried giving them advice and your advice isn't working, then sometimes you're gonna have to go to the next level. And you have to decide what that level is. Whether it's going and speaking to their parents. I know you might look like a snitch, you might look like someone that just told on your friends. It might not be the most popular thing to do, but you have to remember that you're dealing with someone's life here. These people could ruin their life going down this path, and their life is more important than what they think of you. It doesn't matter what they think of you, as long as you're trying to help this person. In the end, on the day of judgment, wallahi, they will come back and thank you. So that's one thing. The next thing is, if let's say you can't talk to their parents, talk to a shaykh, talk to someone around them, someone close to them. Try to find someone to help them. If you exhaust all resources and no matter what you do doesn't work, then you've tried. But at least do this one thing and make dua for them. Pray for them. Don't tell them you're praying for them. Don't do anything extra. All you gotta do is on your free time, after your prayer, before you go to sleep, whenever, pray for these people and ask Allah Azza wa Jal to guide them and to protect them from the evils that they are in. I really hope this helps shed some light on this very serious topic. I hope it's beneficial to everyone that's watching. And if you are struggling with this issue, please know that you have people around you that can help. Ask someone to help you, try to make new friends, and try to advise the friends that are going down that wrong path. And I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to strengthen everyone who is struggling with these addictions, and to strengthen those that are torn between leaving their friends or doing the right and doing the right thing, or staying with their friends and possibly endangering their future. Jazakumullah khair. And if you have your own questions that you want to ask me for a future video, you can leave them in the comment section, or if you want to keep it anonymous, send the questions to our email. The email will be in the description below. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.